For a long time, I believed success only came from working harder. So I pushed myself harder and harder. Long hours, less sleep, more driving, more exhaustion. Sometimes working 15 or even 16 hours in a single day. At first, I thought that level of effort would automatically move my life forward. But after living that lifestyle for years, I started seeing the downside of it. Because non-stop hard work without direction slowly drains your energy, focus, and your ability to think long term. That became one of the biggest lessons I learned during the last few years, especially while doing delivery and gig work. The more I drove, the more expenses increased. More gas, more mileage, more maintenance, more wear on the car. And at the same time, my sleep got worse. My recovery got worse, and I had less energy for important things outside of work. Things like planning, learning, improving skills, and thinking about the future. That's when I started questioning something. What if staying constantly busy is not actually the same thing as making progress? And honestly, this doesn't apply only to delivery work. It applies to many types of jobs. A person can work overtime every day, stay exhausted all the time, and still feel stuck after years. Because eventually, non-stop hard work without strategy starts affecting everything: your energy, your health, your focus, your mindset. You became trapped inside repetition. Wake up, work, get tired, sleep, and repeat. And after a while, life becomes survival instead of growth. That's why my perspective on work slowly changed. Now, I believe smart work matters more than simply working hard. And when I say smart work, I don't mean avoiding effort. Hard work still matters. Discipline still matters. Sacrifice still matters. But smart work means using your energy with intention instead of wasting it endlessly. It means building something sustainable, something connected to your skills, your interests, and long term growth. It also means protecting your time and removing unnecessary distractions. Because one thing I learned from experience is this: if you try to focus on too many things at once, eventually your energy becomes divided everywhere. And when your focus becomes divided, real progress becomes difficult. That's why priorities matters so much. Sometimes you have to sacrifice certain things temporarily in order to build something more valuable later. Another thing I started understanding is that skills matter more than endless labor because physical effort has limits. Time has limits. Energy has limits. The body has limits. But valuable skills can continue growing for years. That's why I slowly became more focused on long term thinking instead of short term survival. Learning, improving, building skills, managing time better. Even if progress feels slower in the beginning, because sometimes smart work still requires sacrifice early on. You may still need long hours for a period of time, but the difference is this. You are building towards something instead of endlessly repeating the same cycle forever. And I think many people today are not only physically tired, they are mentally exhausted from constantly moving without clear direction. At the end of all of this, one thing became very clear to me: working hard is important, but working hard without direction can quietly waste years of your life. That's why I no longer admire people simply because they are always busy. I respect people who are building something intentionally. People who think long term. People who protect their energy. People who stay consistent. People who work with purpose. Because eventually, success is not only about effort, it's about what your effort is building over time. And that realization completely changed the way I look at work and growth. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoy watching this type of content and want more real life lessons about growth, discipline, mindset, and self development, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I truly appreciate your time and I'll see you in the next video.